Yeah, we're back. Next Level Show. I'm in the building. And this time I got who? Who we got in the building with me?
We got Aul Purpis, baby.
Yeah. I mean? And I gotta tell you, I like how you spell that. Like that's a clever way of spelling that.
Oh, good luck.
Let them know for the people that don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people they looking in their cabinets and looking for the seasoning, or looking for that cleaning product. You know what I mean? It's spelled Aul Purpis.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
How long you been doing this?
Oh man, I've been doing music for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean since b-boying, since like, the mid '80s. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and stuff like that. So I've been rhyming since like '88 though.
So you ain't new to this is basically what I'm getting from you right now.
Not at all. not a young pup at all. You know what I mean?
I mean, so you was back there when it was really
when it was healthy, when it was knowledgeable, when it was some substance, when it was some conceptual stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you had your whack material out there, but for the most part, you got fed the goodies.
It was quality.
I
hear that.
You know what I mean?
So seeing as though you got that much experience, see, this is gonna be a fun interview here because I'll be able to definitely pick your brain about that and enlighten some of our younger audience that's listening right now. But we're gonna start off talking about you. You said you've been rhyming since '88.
Yeah, since '88.
Has the name always been the same?
No, I had trillions of names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one after the other. You know what I mean?
How'd Aul Purpis finally come about?
It's funny, man. Aul Purpis basically came about when my daughter, my first child was born. And it was like something new. I needed something new. I was already in the group Prophets of the Ghetto. I was known as Big Bob the North Star then. And I was always dealing with the knowledge itself. You know what I mean? So at that time, it was like, I need to flip something just to sound a little fresh, Aul Purpis. And it was a conceptual thing of thinking of sports because I'm a big football head. And I used to play football, so the all-purpose yards and things in that nature. So just something brand new.
That's what's up. So you've been rocking out with that for a little while now?
Yeah, I had that name since 2001. You know what I mean? 2001.
That's like when I first started rapping.
Made me feel old, man.
You good though, but you still got the quality. One thing I want to ask you is, like when you listen to the greats, if you will, such as like LL and people of that nature, who still, I don't know if he still drop music now, but he dropped music well into into his prime time years. For me, the quality went down to LL. Like when I if you listen to the LL from back then, and then you listen to the LL of the 2000s, it wasn't the same quality LL.
No.
How have you managed to maintain, your level of quality throughout the years without it decreasing? You know what I mean?
Well, I think that just comes with the hunger. I just think some people, when you're at that point, your hunger is satisfied.
I can see that. For
other things. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I always kept that drive like, yo, I'm going to be dope. I'm going to be dope. I'm going to stay dope.
That's what's up.
Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the quality of the music, it has to have a signature of Aul Purpis, on it. And that's what pretty much, kept me moving. Other things of inspiration, different music and different, places I've been and seen, so that keeps me pretty much on my toes with that.
Right on. So have you like back in the day, was you into the graffiti and the dancing and all that? Or was
the whole nine.
Oh, you had the whole thing?
The whole nine, baby. It was Beat Street Wild style.
Let people know.
People
don't know no more. So this is an outlet right now. Like let people know how it was, how the music scene really was back in the day, though.
The whole scene back when I was coming up. Underneath my brothers, you know what I mean? Because I got a lot of my knowledge from my brothers. Because one of my big brother, Nell, he's a DJ. So I got all the sounds from him. And he was a graph writer. You know what I'm saying? So I was pretty much like already birthed into the culture of hip-hop without even having a decision. You know what I mean? And the music back then was just, it was fun. It was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And then hearing it come from them early 80s to the mid 80s to the early 90s, they're able to be around those cycles of time to watch it evolve and change. It was mind blowing.
Yeah, you remember going to some of those shows?
Yes, I remember going to a lot of shows. Me and my homies packed up in the well. You know what I mean? No license, no insurance. We going to the red zone. You know what I mean? Go watch Master Ace. You know what I'm saying? Or going just go see INC or Bahama Deer. You know what I mean? I mean, just like endless things that, you know, I've been, you know, involved with. Even going out with my mans, you know, tagging up stuff, you know what I mean, hitting the trains and stuff like that. We got dirty, got arrested. I mean, we lived it.
All right. And let people know where you repping.
West Philly, baby.
I mean, West born Philly. And raised, huh?
West Philly, baby. You know, don't get it twisted, Philadelphia. This is the home. This is the home, but the town was West Philly, man.
All right, no doubt, man. So you've been doing your thing for a while. Would you say, like, when would you say you actually started taking it serious to where you was like, I'm a pursue a career in this?
Soon as I learned how to freestyle.
Yeah?
Soon as I learned how to freestyle. And I was a child, you know what I'm saying? I was about 10, 11 years old. And being around, you know, my older heads, you know, who was always freestyling on the corner. It's like, I want to be like them. You know what I mean? And that point on, as far as trying to take my craft to another step, was always serious to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It wasn't a day where I ain't practice, just like an athlete. I'm going to do this. So that's, you know, just pretty much staying true to what I do and just observing and knowing that's what, you got to know what you want to do.
Right.
You got to have already a guy within your mind, like, look, this is what I'm going to do no matter what it takes. I don't care what nobody say. You can call me a fool all you want, but I'm going.
I hear that. So over the years, like, what's been the label situations? What's been, you know, the situations?
Well, 2003, when I was with a group called Prophets of the Ghetto, we had signed this label. Well, it was a management deal at the time, and that went kind of sour. That pretty much, you know, broke the group up. That was the demise of that, you know. But we all stayed in contact and influenced one another on their own careers and things of that nature, rather be music or personal. But I had just recently signed a deal through my man Jazz, who put out a lot of records, you know, throughout the years, and he got me with this label called Bling Knot Records.
What is it?
Bling Knot.
Bling Knot?
Bling Knot Records, and they're associated with Soul Spasm, In Grooves, and Orchard Records. So I have major places where I can distribute my records. So that's the big highlight of my 2013, because it turned on pretty good.
All right, that's what's up, man. I know it got to be a level of success or achievement.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of relief, because I still got more to do. You know, I was just like, I got the application, they gave me the job. You know what I'm saying? Right, now it's time to clock in and go to work. You know.
Now, has there ever been a time that you got, you know, frustrated or wanted to give up? Like it ain't happening fast enough? Because it seemed to me like I interview a lot of artists. And a lot of people, eventually, they be like, man, if it ain't happening in a certain time. Yeah. So let us know.
It's a birth process, man. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? But at the end result, it's something beautiful.
True.
You just gotta be patient. You know what I mean? And let the puzzle and just solve your own puzzles and riddles. But it get real frustrating, man. You know, recently I just been in a funk, you know, trying to do what I gotta do, because it's like I'm managing my stuff and I'm being an artist at the same time. So right now, that's the frustration I'm in. But far as
juggling everything.
Yeah, like, and I got to work, I got kids, I got this, I got that. So I'm a grown man, so I got other responsibilities.
Right.
But also just dealing with the art at times, even in the past, hell yeah, there's many times I'm like, you know what am I doing this for? I'm tired, you know.
So what type of advice would you give young up-and-coming, you know, that trying to do their thing, seeing as though you done seen the transition of the game from so many stages? You know what I mean? You know where it is now. I'm pretty sure you got your business mind together. What kind of advice would you give somebody right now?
Number one is what I always say: stay focused. Stay focused. Because if you don't have focus, you ain't got nothing. You understand what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of things that's going to be on the side of you in your peripheral vision, trying to knock you off your focus, off your ding, so to speak. Can't let it happen. And that's not even just, you know, speaking to the youngest on to make records. I'm talking about in life, just to make life. Because if you ain't got that life right, your records ain't going to be right. You know what I'm saying?
True too.
They're going to be garbage. What are you talking about? So you got to have some type of incentive on some things and take it in stride. Take it in pure stride. And if there's something that you truly want to do, give it your all. Because if you don't give it your all, everybody gonna give you, they butt the kiss, pardon the language. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, true that, man. So make sure y'all take heed to that. Also, call up 267-535-3930.
Yeah.
You want to talk to Aul Purpose? He's in the building right now. Dropping those jewels on y'all.
Come on, get some of these breadcrumbs, baby.
I hear that, man. So have you dived into any beat making, or is there producers that you actually work with?
Yeah, it's producers that I work with handily on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? My man Reese Tanaka, from out there in Yaden. He got a squad called the Singer Spittisons. My man.
Say that again?
Singer Spittisons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got that. Yeah, like what's that? Think about it. Singer Spittisons. This is what we do. Try to separate ourselves from the rest of the pack. But my man Baby Black done some production with me. Fel Sweetenberg did some production for me. It's been all around. My man Dame, Dame Adelph did some production for me on a record. My man Sabri did some production. But all the production guys that I got and done all their work is tight. It's tight. I haven't even touched any machine yet. That's going to be my next venture. Once I get my life settled. You know what I mean?
Right. Now I know you probably got videos crazy, right?
Man, I got videos. I got, when Casby hit me up like, yo, I seen you on such and such. I'm like, word? I ain't never seen that, Joe. Like, for real?
Videos crazy.
Yeah, like YouTube, this whole network thing is crazy nowadays.
You got your own YouTube channel?
I hope so.
All right, look, put it out there for the people.
Hey, look, right now, it's not even set up, so I ain't even gonna spit it out. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep that.
That's soon to come.
Yeah. The websites and all that type.
Just type his name in.
Yeah, Aul Purpis. Google it, baby.
And hit him up on Facebook too. You always have interesting Facebook posts.
Hey man, I try, man.
Like, I can say that. Like his Facebook post is always something interesting. I like that though.
Good looking. I appreciate it.
It's an entertaining page.
I appreciate it, man. I try to put some thought in what I'm writing all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
How do you deal with criticism?
I take it and leave it. It depends on how it comes. You know what I mean? You can get some derogatory criticism, and you got to know how to deal with that. Criticism, just overall, you got to know how to be able to digest that. And I think I digest that pretty well, as an artist. Because like Erykah Badu said, we sensitive about this right here. This is our music. This is what we do. Once we write it down and record it, we give it to people. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot of an individual who's not insecure themselves and things of that nature. And somebody say, listen, bro, I'm not feeling that. You can't jump off the bridge because that one person ain't feeling that. You got to think, just because you who you are, a lot of people ain't going to feel what you feel. And that's why I accept the fact when I write my music, everybody ain't going to feel what I do. I accept that. I feel that. I understand that. But there's a majority of people that love what I do. And that's people. That's what matters. Because those people eventually will come on like, I see what you was trying to do. Trying to connect it all.
Right. Robert Kiyosaki said that a third of the people is never going to care no matter what. A third of the people are always going to care no matter what. And then the other third just don't care. So you got to try to convert the ones who... hold up. The other third... I messed that all up.
It's all good. Hey, you try to drop a jewel on you, though.
Hold on.
That's all that matters.
Let me rewind that, though. I can take it
though.
back, though. I can take that criticism for me messing up, though.
Yeah, go.
Let me start that over, though.
Oh, you got it.
He said a third of the people are going to like you no matter what. A third of the people are going to hate you no matter what. And a third of the people don't care. So the only thing you can really do is try to convert the third that don't care into caring. The third that don't care, you just can't even worry about
them. Because they're going to be where they're going to be.
Exactly.
Until they decide otherwise for themselves. You know what I mean? So criticism is a big thing, man. And with the music that's out today, these young cats, man, really got to really be able to take that jazz, man. Because, it is what it is. There's a lot of sloppiness out here, and ain't nobody speaking up on it. You know what I mean? Sure. It's like chest styles and a child.
I want to get into that, too. We're going to get into a track first, though. This is that fight theme. You want to bring that in?
Yeah.
While I show them what I got in my hand.
Yo, this is the latest off the album, the Private Property album. It's called Fight Theme. You know what I mean? Produced by my man Sabri. You know what I'm saying? For 54th Street. Good looking G.O.D. I appreciate that. Also, look out for Fight Theme Part 2, a.k.a. the Sucker Punch. Let it loose.
Yeah. We're back.
Yeah.
Next Level Show got Aul Purpis in the building.
Next Level, baby.
So before we left, we was just about to start talking about people getting away with murder in the industry right now, and ain't nobody saying nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing off. Like not too long ago, well, probably sometime last year, I seen the DMX interview, and he was talking about, like, he was basically speaking his mind on what he felt about certain artists and all that. And you know, they was like, oh, well, that might be looked at as hating. And then somebody else was like, well, no, you know, I miss the time in the game where people could have opinions. Like, now it got to be so political. You know, you can't say anything and all that. And I've always been pretty outspoken about how I feel. And, you know, like I said before we left, you had said something about, you know, the game is kind of crazy and people ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. It's like, you know, we the parents of this joint, man. You know what I mean? Regardless of how old you are, whatever you doing in this jazz right here, we the parents of this, man. And sometimes when the parents leave the crib, the kids like to play around. You know, mess up, call up a few of their buddies. You know, you got tattoo parties all jumping all in your crib, all crazy. And his name of the game, far as music concerned, I think most of us have to take a responsibility and let these cats know. Not on the level like, yo, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to you. Like, no, you effing up. You effing up, bottom line, just like you would do your child. You understand what I'm saying? And the music that we're trying to preserve, we're trying to keep it alive on some type of level. I do like the fact that they are keeping it moving.
Right. They're keeping it alive.
Yeah, they're keeping it alive, and so to speak, but their heads get a little bigger than what they think they are, because they homies done pumped them up. You know understand what I'm saying? They might got a little thing going on, selling their mixtapes, and they got a little deal going on, got a little bread in their pocket, so they think they think thing big. You dig what I'm saying? Till they get smacked. You gotta smack them. You gotta smack them. Rather, you gotta chastise them. Rather if it's on a song, or if I can have a one-on-one with you. Because in the culture that I'm known to be from and still live to this day, that's a no-no. Certain things you just don't do.
They breaking a lot of rules.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with an outlaw. You could be an outlaw all you want, but you're going to run to the real outlaws who've been really doing this, kicking up dust for a few years.
Like, what about the demoralization? It just seems like, you know, people just don't have no values anymore.
And that's one of the biggest things that they fall victim to, because it's like, I don't care no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't care. They don't care about life in general.
Yeah, exactly.
In general, anytime you walk down the street with an AK-47 blasting people away, something wrong.
Yeah, you ain't got all the screws in the right places.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That's mental illness, so to speak. So, you know, people, we have to take responsibility on certain things. Just like seeing some of the kids on the L when the young boys got tight pants and they hanging down. And I gotta tell you to pull them up
all the time.
And I gotta tell you to pull them up. Or the young sister just cussing so much. It's like, sister, are you serious? But they want to cuss you out because you in their business. You ain't even got no business cussing like that. So I think sometimes
we got these young lesbos and these young,
you know what I'm saying, the young homo boys, you know, walking around violating man code. We need to step up as individuals. So
it didn't used to be like that.
Never. You go outside with a pair of them joints on in 9.5 and or 88.
Yeah.
Go outside. Your boy's gonna laugh at you for one. You know what I'm saying? So it's so open. Everything is like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's good. No, that ain't cool. No, that ain't good.
And the content. It seemed like the content in music is definitely just reached the all-time low as far as values and stuff. I mean, you know, I'm all about entertainment and stuff like that. I mean, I like Eminem. I listen to Eminem stuff, and you know, he a wild boy. So,
pardon my language. I mess with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he a wild boy. So it ain't that I'm some type of prude or nothing. But at the same time, it's just like I don't hear enough people with actual content that means something. Like, I don't know if you heard the Lupe Fiasco track, Bad B.
Yeah. That's
Like
yeah.
Now you could be a rowdy type boy. You could do whatever you want, but if you could just drop something like that every once in a while,
give me some food. That's all I say.
Yeah,
give me some
all
food.
I'm saying.
Give me some food. You could be as wild as you want, but if you know deep down inside you got some food brewing up that you need to deliver to the people, no matter who you are, please give it to us.
That's what I'm saying.
Please give it to us, because
it can't be all about that.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Not all the time. Yeah. Not all the time. Now there's a place for that. You know, places for the stuff like that. I mean, but not all the time. The club
closed at 2 a.m. Even they got a time where they got to shut that down.
Yeah. So you got to go home and get jiggy with it on your own level. I mean,
the club don't stay open 24/7. It's times for certain things, and then it's time to get serious sometime, man. I think it's a lot of pollution over the airways.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I've been thinking about recently. This is my own little thoughts. It might not have anything to do with what's really the deal. But it seemed to me like when I was coming up listening to the music in the late 90s, a lot of the male driven content was more so to get women to be more loose and free, and break those walls down of having to actually work to get the, what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And now in 2013, when I look at it, I see that that's what it is. Like, you ain't got to do nothing to get with a, and then, I ain't trying to put nobody on the spot or nothing like that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, that the standards are very low right now. You ain't really got to put in no work to get to these women.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying that it come all from music, but I can say that I've seen a correlation from the music that I seen being put out to now. You got all these young girls and even young women and whatnot. They don't got no wedding ring on their finger, but they probably got about 30, 40 bodies under them. They probably got about 4 or 5 kids.
No doubt, no doubt.
And it's just like, man, what you think about that?
I mean, that's one of them subjects where today's music, it has nothing for anybody to even go on. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing for anybody to go on. Back when we was doing that type of music, we had some type of conscience of some kind, to where one sister or two sisters or whoever was click-clacking together around that time got that knowledge, you know what I'm saying, or heard a Latifah record. You know what I'm saying? And got that self-respect. You know what I'm saying? But now,
we don't have no Latifahs right now.
We don't have that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to be responsible of our craftsmanship and what we doing and what we came here to do. Because right now, we got to clean up this joint.
And let me genre switch it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the R&B, because this was another thing that I've noticed over the course of time, is that today's R&B is strictly about sex. And the R&B of, back in the day, the 60s and 70s, it was about love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you hear, like, when one of them Temptations or, one of them other groups records come on, it's a whole different sound. It don't sound nothing at all, not even a pinch
not at all
of what an R&B record talk about right now, or even sound like soon as the thing drop. Like, you could tell what a classic sound like, and then, you could tell what music sounds like, just music that they pump out.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to say that, stuff that come out these days don't sound hot, because I think some of the R&B is hot or whatever. I'm just talking about as far as the content.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's all about sex these days.
I think it just evolutionized. You know what I'm saying? From what was to what's now. I mean, you got to think some of it ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just the turning point. Like, dang, how'd it come from that to this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
But see, that's the mystery of it. And that's why it's beautiful like that, because it get a chance to be like that. How could that be so fresh back then and not get this? But it is fresh, but I ain't getting that same. But you will find certain songs that will match those type of tones. Like, I like that, like a Raphael Sadiq or something like that.
You gotta dig for it.
You know what I mean?
I actually like the Lloyd John, Lay It Down, that he had, and on the remix he had Patti LaBelle on there and whatnot, and she did the thing up real nice for him. But yeah, that turning point. I'm trying to, and like you said, it is a mystery. Do you have any insight to that? Like, where either rap or R&B, like where it just started drifting. Like I got my own theories, but I would love to hear what you guys say about that.
Like I remember just on some hip hop jazz. It was around, I want to say about 96, 97.
Wow.
It was like I ain't really feeling too much that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? I remember De La Stakes is High record dropped, and Nas, it was written, it dropped. So hearing that De La record at that time, it was like, whoa, I need to hear this joint. Stakes is High. But with Nas coming off for the
it was written.
It was not it was written Illmatic album, which was in 94. And hearing that 1996, it was written. I'm like, I ain't messing with that record. You know what I'm saying? I ain't touching that record. I like this De La record right here, or this Keras one I got next record. But it grew because it was some Jews on there. You dig what I'm saying?
I like it was written, yeah.
And it was a dope record. From that time to maybe 1998, where things was just like floating around, because then you had the raucous type joints pump up on the scene, the Most Steps and all that. So it was some times where music to me was just like, why is it here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? So,
and I find it interesting that you took it back as far as 95, 96, because for me, I would say, like, I like 98 when you had Bad Boys was doing their thing. Mm-hmm. You had Jay-Z with the Volume 2. Uh-huh. And that Volume 2 was crazy.
You had the Locks doing their thing.
Yeah, the Locks. Yeah, the Locks was over there.
Yeah,
DMX.
You had the whole Rough Rider thing pumping.
When it really started fading for me was in like around 2000. And I'ma say it with one name, and that's Nelly. When Country Grant, I don't care what they say, because I always say this, and they always be like, "What? That was, man."
Yeah.
When Country Grammar dropped, man, and that thing got the reception that it got, it bewildered me. I just couldn't see what was going on. He said, "I'm going uptown, baby." I'm like, "What is going on here?" And that's when it started fading.
Yeah. It has its different points, you know what I mean, with different individuals at the time, you know what I mean. But it's plenty times where you just sit back like, know what, I ain't even messing with this jazz right now.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my first moments right there. Also, 98, that's when Eminem dropped with the Slim Shady LP.
Yep.
I mean, so anyway, let's get back to Aul Purpis and whatnot. We done dived into a whole
people like, what's going on? Yeah, it was private. It's really private.
I mean, but I'm just showing them the breadth of knowledge that you have, because you done seen so many different phases. You know what I mean?
I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed to travel around the world and tour and stuff like that.
Yeah, let them know about that. Some of the traveling you've done.
You know, my first tour that I've traveled on was with Bahama Deer. It was in '98. We went to Geneva, Switzerland. That was my first time ever on an airplane, the first time ever flying across the English Channel. You know, just the first time of everything. And my grandma was proud of me around that time. And since then, I had always been touring. You know what I mean? I toured with her. We did some tours out in L.A. Did the Wake Up Show with Sway and Tech out there.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Did San Francisco. Did the Justice League out there. Hooked up with a few cats out that way. I mean, I just had endless. I've been blessed. Put it that way. I've been blessed. I've been blessed. In 2000, you know, like 2001, 2003, you know, my man DJ Cash Money, you know, he seeked me out, and I've been on tour with him the whole time. You know what I mean?
So you definitely well versed in touring and performing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still doing shows crazy?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to stay busy. You know, especially with this being my own project. You know what I'm saying, that I'm standing on right now. I'm trying to stay extremely busy, because I've been busy for everybody else.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? And it's about that time. And if there's any time or any juice in me left, I might as well do it now.
And let us know about the project.
The project is Private Property. That's the title of the album. Is a well put together record. I've been working like 3 years on this record. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely picked.
It ain't just some freestyles that you threw together and said,
that freestyle was easy. That's tying my shoes, breathing air. You know what I mean? I could do a mixtape right now. You know what I mean? But putting together a record, and those are some of the concepts that I harnessed from all of the old school artists that did it before me. When you put a record together, you put a record together. And when the people got it, they got it. It was dope, no matter what. So with the Private Property Project is all around dope. It got something on there for everybody, for every situation. You know what I mean? I'm a hardcore head all day. I like MOP. I like to bang my head crazy. I'm all in the hard beats. But I have to be an artist too. You see what I'm saying? And most people don't do that. And they don't back up out of the bang bang bag. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and get busy on something that's totally out the box. So, you know, you're going to hear a little bit of singing and stuff that I wrote for cats, you know what I mean, on a singing note.
Are you singing?
I do a little something, not heavy, you know what I mean? But I know how to write, keep a little harmony or whatever like that. So writing technique is pretty sharp. And
are you working with any artists on here?
Yeah, on this project, I got Baby Black on here. He all through the record. I mean, this brother, man, worked endlessly with me, you know what I mean, for the 3 years, you know, to put this record together, man. Big ups and respect to B Black. Craig G is on the album.
Okay.
Fell Sweet and Bird is on the album as far as MCing and producing. Reef the Lost Cause is on it. Chief Comanche, another brother, man. I'm glad you on this record. Journalist is on this album.
Yeah.
It's some handfuls, man. It's some handfuls. And I'm, you know, glad I got that company, man, because, you know, real recognize real. We try and keep it within the family stakes, you know.
True that. And when is the release on this?
No formal release right now. But I keep everybody dated through all my, you know, my media contacts and things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Doubt. And make sure you, you know, you hit the Next Level show up. Call us up on the line one Monday and let us know when you get that release date.
No doubt.
So we can be like, wow.
No doubt. Yeah, exactly. I mean, one of the songs off the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, bring us into that.
Well, you know, this is another cut off the album. It's a single, it's a video to it as well. You can go on to YouTube, check it out. It's called Wow. I wrote this on my depressed days, but it's a sunshine song, man, and I love it. Check it out.
Yeah, we're back. We over here discussing how the world can be as small as a closet sometimes.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was the track Wow. From my man Aul Purpis. And as you can hear, it got that certain quality to it. It's hard to put it into words, but you can hear certain tracks when it come on, like the music and just the arrangement. You can hear it ain't just a track where somebody about to get on and just
get it in.
Like you actually about to say something.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to commend you on that.
Oh, thanks a lot,
because
beloved.
You put a lot of time and effort into it.
Thanks a lot, beloved. I appreciate that, man. Definitely.
So where you making your recordings at?
Most of the times I'm recording, you know, in the Northern Liberty section, you know, at C7.
Okay.
You know, that's with Baby Black, or I might be at my man Reese Tanaka's spot, you know, with the Singer Spittisons, you know, up in Yaden. So I'm frequently either down north, you know what I'm saying, or up Yaden. You know what I'm saying? The track, that Wild joint, my man Brizzo did that joint. Yo, bro, good looking. Thank you.
He was the engineer on there?
Nah, actually, he just produced the beat.
Oh, he produced it?
Yeah, Black, my man Baby Black. Once again, his name all through that damn interview. He ain't even here. You know, he engineered the session.
Know what I mean? Oh, yeah, and people, hit us up. We still got some time left. 267-535-3930.
Yeah.
And I want to bring up the idea of how important an engineer is, a good engineer, because I know you got to know what I'm talking about.
Hey, of course.
I mean, yo,
of course,
an engineer is like just as good as, like, the engineer and the artist are on the same level as far as the importance to the track, because you could have a track where you spitting straight bars, the beat could be banging, but if you take that to somebody who engineers that thing and they ain't good with these knobs and all that,
it's gonna sound trash.
Yeah,
it's gonna sound trash. And I keep telling a lot of cats, man, you know, nowadays you got the in-house studios, which is great. Now, not everybody is an engineer, because you thinking this is you taking this as hand on,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Instead of somebody taking you as an understudy, is saying, look, this is what you need to do. So everybody think they the John. You're not the John. It takes a lot of, you know how to really engineer a record. You know, I'm sitting in the sessions, not just as an artist no more, but as a student, because I got to learn this jazz and chord, because I might have to do this myself.
Right. And it's a science behind it.
Yes, it's a science behind it.
It
but
ain't
once
just,
you get it, it ain't just the buttons. Because once you get the formula, you got to start now making your own formulas, making your own suggestions. What the sonic sound like? How this horn coming in? How that sound right there? How the vocals? I don't think the vocals is just too tight with this. It got to come in on the 4 count. You know, so it's a lot, you know, into making a record besides just the artist recording.
Right. An engineer is so important. And you know what I think?
He's the stitch man. He's stitching it up.
I think that's why, like, I haven't been recording a lot lately. I've been doing more so live stuff on YouTube. And I'm not as much in a rush to record until I find a good engineer. Like, I mean, somebody just right, because like you said, man, you can put a lot of time and effort into this, but that engineer ain't doing them things right.
It's curtains. You know what I mean? It's curtains. You're gonna be sitting there with a busted mix and a suspect, you know what I mean, master. So you're gonna be sitting there like, why I don't sound like his joint? Because you let him do it. You know what I'm saying? I like how you said you gonna have a trash
mix,
you know
and a suspect
master. You know what I mean? You salty. You done pay like $30, $40, $50 an hour. Watch Cornball Joe, you know, crash your album, put in the pieces. You know, after you done went home and orchestrated and illustrated the best leverage you could conduct. Yeah, he done ate it up. You know.
I even venture off to say a great engineer could make a whack rapper sound hot.
You got that,
right. I mean, you got it ain't the other way around. Like a rapper doesn't necessarily make the track sound hot. You need that mix with the engineer that to work well, but a great engineer can make a whack rapper sound hot.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Because his job is to make the whack sound good anyway.
I mean, so imagine what he could do with a great artist.
Yeah.
Like, you got a great engineer and a great artist, oh man.
You good. You good. You good. You know, that's where it's supposed to be, man. Proof is in the pudding, man.
I mean, no doubt. So we got Private Property coming out. Let us know what made you come up with that title.
You know, it's funny. I was just like scrambling for like titles for a record. Then I was at my brother's crib at a barbecue, and he had the Private Property sign actually on the gate. And I was just building on it, like, yo, private. I was like, yo, bro, what you think the album should be called? I'm toying with this project, this idea, Private Property. It's like, that's hot. Like, thanks to your gate, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, that's what I'm gonna run with, Private Property. You know, at first it was called the first to come, last to leave, but as things start to change and, you know, your mind start to develop new ideas, you know, you start balling them up and throwing those in the trash, and here comes some new ones. So I stuck with the Private Property because it really sets off who I am personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially today's world is so open with the technology and stuff like that. I still got a little part of me is like I want to keep, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want everybody don't need to know what's going on in my life. I don't need to put everything on Facebook or Twitter. You know what I mean? I like to keep those values that I was raised with from my mom and my grandma. So keeping it close to my chest, but allowing you guys in to see what I do professionally. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that pretty much come up with, man.
I feel that. How important is a support system to an artist that's, you know, definitely on their grind 24/7?
Well, I think a support system for an artist or just a regular person is genuine, is needed. You know what I mean? Without a support system, you have nothing. You know, and I always thought that you could do it yourself, but how idiotic was I to think like that? You know what I mean? Exactly. Because you need a team. The job that you work for, the boss don't work there. He got you working there. He needed a team.
Right.
You know, so support system. That's a good
way to put it, too.
You know, it's a support system like now, like I was telling you, you know, my brother's supposed to be holding me down. I love him to death. Don't get it messed up, but I gotta continue my journey with or without him here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And support, I just think, like, if you got somebody out there, people doing something that's like genuine and they seeing it in their heart and their soul and they know they can make it happen, and y'all see this individual, help them out, man. Help them out. You know what I'm saying? On any level. You know what I mean? A conversation, handshake, a grub, a cold one, anything. Help this person out.
I like how you promoting that positivity. We
don't hear
a lot of that these days. And that's something that I'm definitely making a valiant effort to make sure that I push.
Yeah, definitely.
More positivity, more honorable behavior, just in general, because this world is too crazy
it's too crazy,
now,
man. So you got to choose the way how you gonna present your magic to the world.
Right.
I ain't always 100% positive, but positivity is what I drive off. Love is what I got. Respect is what I'm coming with. You dig what I'm saying? So anything cross that line, then we got to throw them up. But other than that, there's no need for that.
No, I feel that.
You dig what I'm saying? If you mad at words that a brother spitting to you and they true and they hurting your feelings, imagine what a butt kicking gonna feel like. you don't understand what I'm saying? I'm dropping jewel on you. Mad at that?
Yeah.
Imagine what these gonna feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like, make up your mind. You rather get your butt whooped or some knowledge dropped on you.
I hear that.
So I just come from that background of having morals and trying to stick with them joints.
And were you in the battle scene at all? And I knew, was this like closer to back then, or like?
This was back then. Right. As the times moved on, like I said, the artistry in me started to develop, so I started concentrating more on records.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
I wanted to ask you a question then, as far as the battle scene go. Now, back then when a battle would happen, did you have to worry about people swinging?
Never.
I
Never.
mean,
And never had to worry about people swinging. But I will say this.
Okay.
When I was in uni, this is 94, we had a battle. It was my crew against this other crew. We was called Still. Society to Eliminate MCs, Liars, or some jazz like that. But anyway, make a long story short, one of the guys that was in the other crew from the school, we was out there battling. They called out my name, on a disrespectful level. And man, it was a scene of B Street, man. We told them guys a whole new hole, man. It was funny. But we was just looking at the stuff that we seen. From the B Street movies, and this how we got there. Matter of fact, this is when the First Down jackets first came out.
Oh,
the First Down jacket first came out. That's 94, 95. So I've been through them put up your fist, battles and stuff like that. But far as like on a day-to-day back then, it was never none of that, because your feelings was already hurt by what the cat done said to you. I'm like, let me go back and sharpen my joint up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Isn't it like that?
It's not like that. And I don't hear no beats no more. Everybody off the top. It's cool to come off the top, but where the beat at? I'm just saying. Maybe it may be me in my old school ways. I like to hear the beatbox. I like to hear the DJ zigga, zigga, zigga.
Okay.
I just think a lot of cats don't have no confidence of rhyming over beats no matter what it is. If it's a beat from back then or beat to right now, it's like you ain't got really what it takes.
So what is it, like a timing thing?
It's all timing.
I mean, I'm saying, is that why you think that they aren't confident with doing it?
That's what I'm saying. It's all timing. Even in, from the cats back then to now, I'm like, look, ask them back then. Was it about timing? Yeah, it's about timing. Because if I ain't got my cadence right on this track or going into that next 2-bar, 4-bar, whatever, I'm done.
You just messed a whole lot of people's minds up because they don't know what cadence is. And they
see. For itself, you know what I mean? But you need that. That's what make you sound dope. How you hear me speak, that's my cadence. You hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a lot of techniques into putting it together.
All right, that's what's up, man. You definitely hitting us with them jewels.
Gots to, baby.
And you say that you said they go off the top. Like, would you prefer a off the top deal or more of a prepared?
It really doesn't matter to me, especially if I'm in a battle. I really don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Because my first instinct is spontaneous from the rip, because that's how I learned how to rhyme. From the rip. Straight from the rip. I'm coming off the top. That's it. Like a hat. I'm coming. That's it. This is what it's going to be. So in any particular battles or anything like that, I don't care what the MC drop. But it better be hot.
I hear that.
It better be hot. You know, even part and self, even with doing like radio shows, because I remember back in the day, like, yo, that ain't no free. That ain't no free. You know, because cats be writing John, spitting the verses on the radio. But do you?
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. You ain't going to do what I'm going to do. And that's just confident coming in. Like, you're not me, you're not me, you're not me, I'm me. This is going to happen.
I hear that, man. That's what's up. What was I about to say, though? Getting
wild in there.
Yeah. We definitely 267 535-3930. Make sure you call up. We still got a couple minutes left.
Hit us up, man. I'm in the building.
Talk to Aul Purpis.
I'm having a good time right now, man.
I remember what I was about to say, though.
What's that?
I was going to ask you, are you always confident, and even when it comes down to performing, or do you ever get them butterflies? Or
never.
What's up?
You know what? People say never say never, but I'm going to say never. And because I've overcame that a long time ago, and I think that I'm proud of that. But I will say this. Mm-hmm. The higher the anarchy that Aul Purpis go to, maybe those butterflies will come, because that's a new plateau.
Okay.
And I don't know.
So one day when you walk out in the Wells Fargo Center and you got
that's like,
yeah,
for real. I mean, back home, because I've done it overseas. I didn't rock in front of 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that feeling though?
That's a feeling that you never ever experienced unless you was there. And I was blessed to be there with my man DJ Cash Money on all those European tours, all those Asian tours. I mean, from females grabbing my sweatpants off damn near off stage, to me losing chains, to signing autographs, to running down alleyways like I'm a rock star. But as soon as I come back here, I'm just, what's up, Bob? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's funny. Me and John Doe, shout out to John Doe, who was just in here before. I was telling them, you got your Philly crowd, and then you got everywhere else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in Philly, it's a whole different.
It's stiff here, baby.
That's crazy how that thing came full circle.
It's stiff. It's been stiff in Philly since I've known it, and I love my brothers and sisters out there, but they know it. It's stiff out there, man. We threw snowballs at Santa Claus. You dig what I'm saying? At the Eagles game, so I know how raw we can get, but. Yeah. Outside of your surroundings, to make a long story short, you will get more that embrace, that love. You know, I done got mad love from a lot of different nationalities and cultures of people. You see what I'm saying? Even celebrities just telling me like, yo, you got what it takes, man. Keep pushing on some Curtis Mayfield jazz. You know what I mean? So
yo, and that's just like how you said earlier about how all somebody has to do is just put that word out there. You know, just and that was it. Because I was just imagining, like, you know, you got a celebrity come to you, whoever it may be, just to say something like that.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, that's cool. That's big. You know what I mean? Even that
wasn't signing no check or nothing, but
that
it
felt
was fulfilling.
Like
it was fulfilling.
Yeah. Sometimes the check signing just ain't as good as a divine feeling. Exactly. You dig what I'm saying? When Cash came to me in 2001 and said, listen, young fella, I want to take you on the road. And I already thought I was the hot John. You know what I'm saying? Because that was who I was. But I got schooled. And I needed that. So
that's just how important it is, you know, just to put that out there, people. We about to get into Big Boy shoes.
Yeah,
let them know what's up.
Yo, this joint right here is called Big Boy Shoes. It's with my man Craig G. You know what I'm saying, from the Juice Crew. Y'all heard him on the Symphony. We put this joint together, man. Hey, brother, if you out there listening, good looking, and I see you Friday at the video shoot. Let's go.
Yes, and we're back.
Yeah.
Once again, Next Level Show. You know what I mean? Hope y'all enjoying y'all Memorial Day. You know what I mean? We are in here. We got Aul Purpis in the building, man.
Yeah, man. I hope y'all having them turkey burgers just for me, because I can't wait to get another one.
Yeah, I hear that. We done talked about a lot today, man.
No doubt.
We done covered some ground.
No doubt.
Today, so that's what's up, man. And real quick, if y'all still want to call up, 267-535-3930.
Call up.
We only got about 9 minutes left in the show altogether. But I'm about to go ahead, let my homie give a shout outs, put his websites out there, whatever else you want to put out.
No doubt, man. First and foremost, man, I have to shout out my kids, you know what I'm saying? Janae and Ramir Williams. You know what I'm saying? Daddy love y'all no matter what the situations is. I'm out here struggling and hunting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to my brothers, you know what I'm saying, all my brothers, Big Rick, Shiz, you know what I'm saying, Big Nell, you know what I mean, Wayne, you know what I mean, everybody, my nephews, love y'all, you know what I mean. Big up to everybody that helped me out on this record, you know what I'm saying, ins and outs. I know I might have got on your nerves, calling y'all crazy, but I'm a relentless individual, and I got to get the work done, you know what I mean. Big ups to Reese Tanaka for hooking me up with some tracks. You know what I'm saying? Baby Black once again. My man Jazz who hooked me up with the deal. I mean, it's endless, man. If I forgot y'all, man. Oh yeah, my man Brito. Hold your head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hold your head. I know you be home next summer. We love you out here. You know what I'm saying? You always got Philly love out here, man. He's straight from the West Coast, from Watts, LA. You know what I mean? Y'all can check me out on Facebook under Aul Purpis. That's AULPURPIS. Or you hit me up on a Gmail. That's apurpose@gmail.com. Reverb Nation, Aul Purp at Reverb. Hit me up on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, at Purpose 7. You know what I mean? So whatever y'all caught when I was speaking, catch that, keep that, write it down.
No doubt.
I ain't going to say it again.
No doubt, man. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks, beloved.
We're going to go ahead. We're going to leave them off on the same note that we started them.
No
with
doubt.
That track, Fight
theme.
My bad, Fight theme.
Private property. I'm campaigning for my own situation. I got to win, baby. Fight thing. Pit them up. Yeah. What's going on, people? How y'all feel out there, man? This is AP, MCTV, holding it down. I'm in the lab right now, ready to get busy, do an interview, man. If y'all ever familiar with any of my music, for those that know me from Prophets of the Ghetto, 84, the Gargantuans, y'all know I'm putting out this new record called Private Property. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple singles off the joint already, which is Fight Theme, Wow. And the joint I'm going to shoot a video for this coming Friday with Craig G. It's a joint they call Big Boy Shoot. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to get in contact with me, hit me on Facebook under Aul Purpis. You know what I'm saying? Reverb Nation under Aul Purp. You know what I mean? On Twitter, Purpose 7. You know what I mean? And also you can pick my single up on iTunes and, you know, Google and all that type stuff. You know, I just signed a deal, you know, recently or whatever like that. So my music is out there for y'all to touch. And if you ever see me on the streets, man, I got CDs on deck right in my book bag. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I got my flash drive and ready to rock the show, I'm there. But yo, it's Aul Purpis, man. One and only, Private Property, MCTV. One.